and always wanting their approval, and yes, and always wanting my foster. So basically, I always had to seek my approval from my foster parents, and my foster mum's temper wasn't always that good. So I always feared her disapproval and looked up to her like a puppy, really. And since then, that stemmed a lot of fear in me, a lot of shame, a lot of guilt in me. And since after then, I lashed out a lot at school. I hit people, I strangled people, became increasingly violent, to the point where the authorities got me sent to a maximum security mental hospital and got me locked up there. That took a long time, and after then, well, since that time, during that time I was on a lot of medication, heavily sedated, heavily tranquilised, couldn't do anything much, and after that I was in a boarding school, which when I was in a boarding school I was abused and tortured in lots of horrible different ways, and I was mentally shamed and bullied there as well. And after that, after boarding school, I went in a, what do we call it? I went in a boarding school. Now after boarding school I went to a care home for adults with disabilities, and that was okay, I guess. I'm not going to go too far into that. I still have friends that looks after me there that I get along quite well with. And for a period there things went wrong, and one of the people there, I won't name anyone, but one of the people that worked there and ran that place and got me sent to a mental hospital, and that I made friends in a mental hospital, but still it was a horrible thing that they did, and they put me through torture and pain and suffering, and they still owe me pain and suffering money because of that, in compensation. Well, it was another thing that and after then, I'm not going to go too far into it, but due to unknown circumstances and unknown people and secret family members, I all of a sudden got myself whisked into Scotland, and since our birth family kicked me out of their house and made me homeless, and with me being autistic, that was one of my biggest challenges, one of the biggest and darkest moments of my life. I went through homeless shelters. I could barely survive with anything. One time my feet and ankles were blistered and sore beyond relief, and I had to get an ambulance because of my blood sugar level. Well, not because of blood sugar levels, but because I was in that much pain that it nearly damaged my blood sugar levels, and I nearly fainted and collapsed due to pain and exhaustion. After being in a homeless shelter, well, when I first realised I was transgender, I was at a homeless shelter, and it just happened really, and put on some female clothing and some makeup, and I just put on female clothing, and it felt right and it felt comfortable, and it always felt different really. Anyway, it always felt not more unique. It didn't really all my life I never really felt like a boy or like I should be a man or anything like that. I just had to hide a lot of things because of where I was brought up and pain and suffering and everything. And yes. And yes, that. Yes. So, and then when I got my first house, and when I'm going back to when I was in that care home for people with special needs, I chose to follow my own religion. Well, not really a religion as such, more of a way of life or a form of practice. And I got into Wicca and witchcraft and paganism, and that sparked an interest, and I got really good and skilled and knowledgeable about that. And after I became homeless, well, it carried on, and when I got my own house, I still did that and still continued. And due to yes, and there you go. And it's only just recently that I've discovered the left-hand path, and what happened is, well, I bought some books and I watched YouTube videos, and I listened to some occultists and people who are on the left-hand path, and then I got into demonology, Satanism, Luciferianism, Goetic magic, and Goetic sorcery and black sorcery, and that's what led me to where I am now. But then, going back, and with me being transgender, yeah, that's who I am. I'm not going to tell you my birth name, because I don't want anyone to know that. And I was born in 1992. My birth dad is called Edwin James Land. I've no idea if he was buried or where he's buried. And my birth name, I never against my birth name, I don't even like the person. I never, anyway. And I have a brother and sister out there called Samantha Anna Marie Brick and Christian Land. And I've so far cut all cords with my foster parents for the time being, because I do not want the guilt and the shame and negativity and to seek their approval anymore. I rather seek my own approval. And basically, that's a little bit about me. So basically, that's a little bit of information about Alexa, or about me. And yeah, this is the first actual video about me that I'm going to tell you. I can't tell you my birth name, because that's confidential and none of anyone's business. I can't tell you where I was born or my birth mum's name, but I can tell you a little bit about me. And I suffer from autism Asperger's syndrome disorder, and I have suffered from mental health in the past, and I do have attachment issues and jealousy problems and a lot of emotional difficulties, and that is about me. So thank you for watching.